Sum and product of roots of quadratic equations. To find the sum of the roots of quadratic equation, use the formula negative of b over a, while for the product, use the formula c over a. Examples, find the sum and product of roots of the following quadratic equations. Number 1, x squared minus 2x minus 3 equals 0. Make sure the quadratic equation is in standard form before identifying the value of a, b, and c. So in this example, the value of a is 1, the value of b is negative 2, and the value of c is negative 3. Sum of the roots, so the formula is negative of b over a. Just substitute, bring down yung negative sign, and then substitute b by negative 2, the value of b, over the value of a is 1. Then simplify, negative times negative 2 is 2 over 1, and 2 divided by 1 is 2. So there you have it, the sum of the roots is equal to 2. While for the product of the roots, the formula is c over a, so the value of c is negative 3 and the value of a is 1. So negative 3 divided by 1 is negative 3. So the product of the roots is equal to negative 3. Next example, 3a squared equals 2a plus 7. So arrange in standard form. The standard form is 3a squared minus 2a minus 7 equals 0. So the value of a is 3. The value of b is negative 2, and the value of c is negative 7. So the sum of the roots is equal to negative b over a. Substitute the values. Bring down muna yung negative sign dito sa formula. Then, palitan yung value ng b ng negative 2 over ang value ng a ay 3. And simplifying, negative times negative 2 is positive 2, then over 3. For the product of the roots, the formula is c over a. The value of c is negative 7 and the value of a is 3. Since hindi naman na ma-divide ang 7 by 3 exactly, so that's it, the final answer for the product. Writing the quadratic equation given the roots. So let's follow this pattern applying the sum and product of the roots. So we have here x squared minus the sum of the roots, yung x sub 1 plus x sub 2 times x plus product of the roots, which is x sub 1 times x sub 2 is equal to 0. So again, in this formula, yung nasa linear term, numerical coefficient of the linear term will be the sum of the roots, and yung constant term will be the product of the roots. And in here, in the equation, yung linear term minus the sum. Okay, let's proceed with the example. Write the quadratic equation whose roots are 2 and negative 5. Solution, find the sum. So x sub 1 plus x sub 2 is equal to 2 plus negative 5. So the sum is negative 3. Next, find the product. Just multiply the two roots. So x sub 1 times x sub 2 is 2 times negative 5. So this is times, correction. So 2 times negative 5 is negative 10. Then write in the quadratic equation x squared minus sum of the roots times x plus product of the roots equals 0. So x squared minus sum of the roots is negative 3, lagyan ng x, plus product of the roots, which is negative 10, equals 0. Then simplifying, we will get here x squared, yung minus times negative 3, so it became positive 3x na. Then itong plus negative 10, so positive times negative is negative, kaya minus 10 na lang ang ilalagay ninyo. So x squared plus 3x minus 10 equals 0. Ang hint din dito, kapag ang sum ng roots ay negative, pagdating sa equation, plus yung linear term. Kapag naman ang product ay negative 10, kung ano yung sign ng product, ng roots, yun din yung magiging sign dito sa constant term, kaya minus 10. Again, dun sa sum lamang, mag-change ng sign kapag yung sum, inilagay nyo na dito sa numerical coefficient ng linear term, mag-change ng sign. Yung product sa constant term, hindi na mag-change ng sign. Example 2, write a quadratic equation given the roots 1/2 and negative 2/3. So, again, determine the sum x sub 1 plus x sub 2 is equal to 1/2 plus negative 2/3. So, since this is fraction, find the LCD. The LCD is 6. 6 divided by 2 is 3 times 1 is 3. Then 6 divided by 3 is 2 times negative 2 is negative 4. So, plus negative 4 is the same as minus 4. So, 3 minus 4 is negative 1 over 6. For the product, x sub 1 times x sub 2 is equal to 1/2 times negative 2/3. So, multiplying these two roots, we will get 1 times negative 2 is negative 2 over 2 times 3 is 6. And then, that is equal to negative 1/3. To write the equation, we will get x squared minus the sum. Ang technique, kung ang sum ay negative, pagdating sa equation, positive. Kung ang sum ay positive, pagdating sa equation, negative. So, negative 1/6. So, dito sa equation, magiging plus 1/6x. Then, yung sa product, yun yung constant term, the same sign lang, minus 1/3 is equal to 0. So, in the equation, eliminate the denominator. So, 6 and 3, multiply both sides by the LCD. So, multiply both sides by 6 to cancel the denominators. So, 6 times x squared is 6x squared, while 6 times 1/6x is cancel na yung 6 dun sa 1/6, x na lang yung matitira. And then, dito naman sa negative 1/3, pag minultiply na yung 6, dito sa negative 1/3, 6 times negative 1 is negative 6, divided by 3 is negative 2. So, minus 2 is equal to 0. So, this is already the equation that we are looking for in here, in this given roots. 6x squared plus x minus 2 is equal to 0. Example 3, the sum of the roots of quadratic equation is negative 5 and one of its roots is 7. What is the quadratic equation? So in here, the sum is negative 5. We can use the equation x sub 1 plus x sub 2 is equal to negative 5. And we're going to substitute one of its roots is 7. Let's say, sinubstitute natin dito kay x sub 1 yung 7. And then let us find out x sub 2. So, 7 plus x sub 2 is equal to negative 5. X sub 2 is equal to negative 5 minus 7. So, x sub 2 is equal to negative 12. So, meron ng x sub 2 at meron ng x sub 1. We can now find the product. X sub 1 times x sub 2 is equal to 7 times negative 12. So, that is equal to negative 84. Meron ng product of the roots, x sub 1 times x sub 2 is equal to negative 84. At meron na rin pong sum of the roots, which is negative 5. We can now write the equation. X squared, and then the sum is negative 5. Change the sign, so positive 5x. At yung product ay negative 84, the same sign, minus 84, is equal to 0. So, this is the quadratic equation.